Palermo and Alfaro display more aggressive for forwards. They don't do that sometimes. But
here's a dangerous one. Jamali waited, goes right through, and it's 1-0 Orange County against the run of play.
That is the way I'm talking about. Okay, they can go forward, but he have to be ready for run back, because of these you see that they're running from Orange County the counter attack.
Ethan Zubak puts it right between the legs of Jamali Waite. Beautiful, but well ahead of Moshaban. Galbil tried to get it back. It's blasted up the left wing side. Well done, Orange County. Coming in, the shot, the score from the left side against the run of play again. Cameron Dunbar makes it 2-0 Orange County. The long ball out of the back, and Dunbar behind the line was off to the races. Zubak struts his stuff, flexes the guns in front of the locomotive crowd.
So that's the plan from Orange County. They hold the behind it.
Joe just outside the 18. Villanueva towards the back post, a header! Stop made, rebound put in! Rhys Williams, 1-0 City.
They danced with the devil one too many times, and the bill just came due. A cross into the box. The first stop made, but nobody from Miami followed the ball. City, as a unit, in motion, in position, there on the follow, pokes it home, 1-0. Jope with a beautiful ball out wide, then the cross in, and the shot saved, but there on the follow, as you know, sporting cathedrals like Augusta National and the Augusta, Georgia area.
Here comes Elijah with Kissiedou, sends it across. The pass could not find its mark. Villanueva takes that away. Kissiedou has it. Kissiedou! 2-0 City.
You said he had some touch, partner. There's a little bit of touch. And a celebration to boot.
Goals brought to you by Salim Dental. Kissiedou may have just closed down the club here at Keyworth. Steinwascher had an assist last year. Can Nate Steinwascher deliver? Of course! Nate Steinwascher! 3-0 City!
That kneel roll is a special, special moment for a Detroit City Football Club legend. He's done it all. Clean sheets at one end, a goal at the other. The captain's armband today.
But they haven't been able to create any chances in the first 45 minutes.
Jennings runs into a wall. Hilton. Josh Perez couldn't corral. Oh, this one's trouble. North Carolina on the run here. It's Oalex Anderson. Slides one through and scores! Jordan far off his line. Anderson takes full advantage.
If you're going to play a high line in this USL Championship, your back line better have the speed to recover. As soon as Anderson got a step on Kleeman and company, it was 1v1 with Farr. Simple as that. Rodrigo da Costa just playing the ball between the lines. Anderson is on his bike now. There's no catching up, and he rolls it past Jordan Farr, expertly taken by the Vincentian.
Lewis Hilton goes down hard. And now the turn. Here they come again. Jordan Farr out of goal. Ball skates in, and the Rowdies concede once more. Jordan Doherty did all he could to try and prevent it. Evan Conway ahead of the pack, and it's 2-0.
Well, it's that space behind the high back line again. All North Carolina do is place the balls into space, and quicker players like Anderson and Conway to run onto it. Ball in midfield, it looks all harmless. Maldonado winning the challenge. It's Da Costa again, who set up Anderson, slips it through for Conway. Jordan Farr.
So looking for our first shot on target from either side through 32 minutes. Great spot for this set piece, Mertz. Mertz drives it, flicked on and in! Who else? Edward Kizza, for the 4th game in a row, puts the Riverhounds on top.
A game this tight, every decision matters. Wrong foot from Erlinson, draws a foul in, but it's the movement from Edward Kizza at the last second to pop off the shoulder of Florian Velo right in front of Keegan Hughes, and he just wants it more.
Edward Kizza feeds Blackstock. Blackstock cuts it back for Jacquesson! Kizza earlier, Jacquesson now. The dynamic duo for Pittsburgh gets it done again, and the Riverhounds lead 2-0.
Touch on them in the open, the ability to play off of each other. Watch the movement from Edward Kizza. As he slashes towards that near post, what does that do? That pulls out Erlinson.
Stojanovic then, who's scored 4 goals this season, hasn't had a chance from the spot, will hit this right-footed. And he comes up now and strikes it into the net. Beautiful penalty. FC Tulsa are still in this playoff race. It is FC Tulsa 1, Hartford Athletic 0.
With his, you look to them to do that in those big moments and stay calm, have that level head. Stojanovic able to do that so far for FC Tulsa, and for Hartford Athletic wanting to do the same here.
Yeah, here's the ball into the box, and it's an own goal. It's come off Alexis Souahy, and we are level at 1-1. It was good play from Engelina down the left-hand side. He played the ball into the box, and unfortunately for Alexis Souahy, that goes into the net, and we are FC Tulsa 1, Hartford Athletic 1. Somalia did well. Souahy heads away. Ball chipped to the far side. Budadi heads in field. It's loose, there's a chance! And there's a save from Peñaranda, and the flag's gone up, and Hartford Athletic have scored a goal. It may have been untidy, but it may well have been the game winner here for Hartford Athletic. FC Tulsa now have to score 2 goals in the next 10 minutes. We'll get the replay. FC Tulsa 1, Hartford.
Stanley leads the team in assists with 7. Has 9 if you include Open Cup play. Bending ball, Quinn, flick back post, and that's going to be an own goal. Indy will take the help. A freebie for the Indy 11. And whether it's knocked in by the Indy 11 or not, they're going to cue the smoke anyway. 1-0 Indy in minute number 14.
Right, and that's Aiden Quinn. That ball comes back to him, and it's a no-look. He knows, I know where that dangerous spot is. I'm going to put it in there and just see what kind of craziness happens.
Believe me, Phanuel Kavita has prevented far more goals for his. Sumaro, good looking ball here. Options to the left. Ball played back. Jack Blake, one touch to settle. Second touch to blast it home. Jack Blake gets the goal. That is his 10th of the season. His second against the Legion. Cue that smoke one more time. 2-0 Indy. 15 minutes in.
What a ball. What a ball. First, the brilliant ball played down the line into space. And then instead of taking the early serve and driving it across the box, you wait. You recognize over your left shoulder. You've got late runs coming. You drive it back to Jack Blake. One touch.
Ball sent in. A touch that Neidlinger clears back and not in danger just yet. Mensah,
what a turn.
Inside of the 18, weaving his way through, taps it home. That's a goal for Birmingham. And Birmingham gets one back. It's 2-1 in the 54th minute. Well, Neidlinger's clearance wasn't the best, but again, you said it. The turn by Mensah was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, he danced through a triple team. That was a ball that probably should have been just let it run out of bounds and let it go. But look at this. 3 players around him, dances through. And, of course, who's hanging out in the 6?
Stefano Pinho taps it home. So his 9th. And as always, tickets are available 317-685-1100. Indy11.com/tickets and the Indy 11 app. Mines.
Well, I'm glad you explained that because a lot of people thought.
Mines again on the cross and finish. Wootton! His second Indy 11 goal of the season. A 2-goal lead for the boys in blue. And it's looking like back-to-back playoff trips for the Indy 11.
What a ball across the box, and what a great one-touch finish by Laurence Wootton.
And how about Ben Mines? But again, has really rarely featured the last 6 weeks.
Right.
Makes the play, gets the cross away, and we'll have the full table for you coming up in the post-game show. And again, Rhode Island leads at Charleston 1-0. Zouhir.
Wow, my goodness.
Rida Zouhir makes it a 1-goal game in the 90th minute.
Are you kidding me? My goodness. 35 yards out?
He's on an MLS contract. I'm sure that'll be a nominee, and wisely so, for the goal of the week in the USL Championship. He had 8 goals in 25 matches in San Antonio last year. Did not join Bertin.
Floated forward, knotted down, and the clearance away by Graham Smith. Cut back, Fuson. Noah Fuson's in, and he scores! Right at the end of this first half, Rhode Island take the lead in Charleston, looking for that playoff berth.
A textbook first half from Rhode Island FC on the road have stifled Charleston's devastating attack, and they've waited for their moment to go forward. And the team's most creative player, Noah Fuson, is the architect of it all. Watch his movement as he's going to win this ball. He's going to play it around the corner. Now just track Fuson in his movement.
Emilio Akaza floats in fields. MD Myers couldn't collect. Malloy can, and he moves it back out wide. Crawford for Torres. Torres has a hit, bounced once, loose in front, Myers scores! Exactly what the battery were looking for, 1-1.
Full credit to Charleston Battery head coach Ben Perman on a night in which Charleston were struggling to get anything going forward. At the hour mark, he brings on MD Myers, who has 13 goals on the season. Now watch as Juan David Torres, he's going to take advantage of that little slip. He's going to get the shot, and because it bounces right before Koke Vegas, that's where Vegas struggles. Now the beauty in this goal is the fact that
ball's in here. And it's good. Still a good run, as we would expect. A guy that you just can't give that kind of space to.
Well, again, we've talked about it, Katie. There's one guy on the field that if you're SAFC, you have to have marked at all times, and it's Philip Goodrum. And he's going to get his second goal at Toyota Field this year after scoring one with Tulsa earlier this summer. This is another great service, though, from Jake Morris. And there's Goodrum at the end of it. Just snuck a little bit away there.
Both with a lot to say. Jorge Hernandez. And goal, San Antonio! Kevin Lambert raises fans out of their seats and on their feet.
Well, they got exactly what they wanted. Louisville City got the scoring started on a set-piece corner in the first half, and here's San Antonio at
McLemore swept it in. Here's Rhys. The back heel, McLemore, well done. McLemore cuts it back, has it go. Vitiello with a stop. Point blank, what a save. Stauffer, not out of danger.
There it
he
is.
scores. Lucas Stauffer. Locomotive in the 26th minute. What a strike by Stauffer, and what moves by McLemore to really set that off. Locomotive putting the pressure on. So many blue jerseys coming in waves. Vitiello, great work to stop the initial one, but Stauffer.
You know, Duke, Stauffer did say he prefers playing on the right side. He was playing left side early in the year.
Flag stays down and we've equalized. Just that quick off the set piece, and it's Kieran Phillips to lift it in. Couple of touches and Sacramento equalizes just like that. Played short, hooked around. Viader from Portillo. The Locomotive defender steps to the spot to try and give Locomotive the lead. Alfaro to the corner. Well placed. 2-1 Locomotive.
2-1 early in the game.
You called it.
2-1 early. Yes, sir, Duke.
We're going to see something very different indeed.
Last home game, I think the fans wanted to see this.
No way Vitiello could have stopped it. It was just too well placed. Tony Alfaro scored.
Here's Speedy Williams on the turn. Tyreek McGee, and now some width. Rocha. McGee looking for space in field. It's laid off. The shot's in the corner. What a goal for the Switchbacks. Zach Sandy finishes it off. A silky move to make it 1-0.
Well, this all started with Aidan Rocha. What vision to put the ball. Look at this. He cuts inside. Actually, it's McGee. Right into the feet of Damas. And look at the layoff right into the path of Zandy. And what a finish. And that's what it took to unlock Monterrey.
Same as Meza. Meza lays ahead, but Caro with a little bit of room on this right wing. He's got Borzak. He's going to look to try and find him. Borzak leaping up. Popmar boy, and it's into the back of the net. It's 1-0 Memphis. Borzak tells the south end to quiet down. Not sure if it was Borzak or if it was off of Popmar boy, but either way, the visitors are on top here late in the first half.
John Vaquero back in the Valley of the Sun against his former club. Whips that ball in with the right foot. Towards Borzak, towards Popmar boy.
They being Dennis Sanchez, because he gets to choose. It's now 12 different lineups in the last 12 games. But he says rotation's part of the way they do it. They give players rest, they rotate, they play a squad game.
Ball blasted, it marks, and the follow-up is in!
goal. They needed it so desperately, and it is Johnny Rodriguez on the spot.
Oh, we picked him out. We said he's the guy to score the goals. He's just got a nose for goals. He's in the right place at the right time. But credit the shot that comes in. It puts George Marks under all sorts of pressure here. And it's the shot that forces Marks to have to make that 150 with the worst goal difference. Second worst in the entire USL behind Miami.
And line back heel goes in. Looked like it hit off of Hackshaw. An own goal sees Las Vegas on level terms. And if that's not a descriptor of Oakland's defensive struggles this season, I don't know what is. Vegas will take it 1-1.
Wow, that's heartbreaking for Blanchett. We were just saying it's going to be a long game of defending. Well, already they've conceded.
Bang running down Rodriguez. Sinistera, oh, he scored! A sinister go-ahead for the Oakland Roots. His first goal for the club is a stunner right past an hour. And with their playoff hopes hanging in the balance, they go 2-1 up on the second place team in the West.
That's a really good shot from Sinistera, but question marks about George Marks. I'd like to see it again because it looked like the keeper had it.
Here comes Oakland firing forward down the right line. Across for Rodriguez! Johnny Rodriguez doubles his money, a dozen on the year. And Oakland, a 3-1 lead. And 3 points would surely do the job for the Roots tonight. 73rd minute, and Oakland celebrates on the road in Vegas.
So does Gavin Glinton, so do all the players and the substitutes.
Ball pumped in, that's turned away. Out to Adams once more. Noel turns. Noel fires and scores! Oh, Valentin Noel! Pulls one back for Las Vegas. That is a brilliant goal!
Yeah, nothing Paul the Wall can do about that one for Valentin Noel's 10th of the season. Fantastic finish, and that's what makes this Las Vegas Lights team so special.